Dear Andrew from Francis, this is not a life-altering question, but I hope you will address it. What is your analysis of why, while the feminism that arose in the 60s is outraged at the assumption that there might be differences between men and women, at the same time our culture has hypersexualized women? Okay, I think I understand that question. Feminism did not cause the hypersexualization of women, but both feminism and and by hypersexualization, I'm taking you to mean the fact that women are used to advertise everything from beer to cars, and basically it's like, if you like how sexy this girl is, you buy the beer. If that women are basically, you walk around LA and you see women dressed, basically it's like how do I put this exactly? They're not dressed modestly. They're dressed to display themselves sexually.
Have you seen the billboards for Work Boot Warehouse?
Yes. Yes, I have. Work boots. Yes, I see that all the time. It's over one of the gas stations I stop at. I mean, it's insane. It is insane. Both feminism and this trend derive from a materialist view of life. One of the things that feminism has done is it has embraced the materialism of workaday culture. In other words, it has said that your value is measured in money, your value is measured in promotion. It used to be that a woman's value as a homemaker, as a mother, was incalculable. You couldn't say what money went into that. There's no way, the chores that a woman does. Somebody once said, oh, if you paid a mother, you'd be paying millions of dollars. You probably wouldn't. But it's incalculable. How can you calculate the value of having your mom at home when you come home? I mean, how can you calculate the value of someone who makes a home for you? I mean, I wouldn't want to calculate the value of what my wife has done in my life and in my children's life. It's priceless. But both feminism and this culture have embraced a materialist view of what people are, and so that view ultimately leads to erotomania. It ultimately means that sex and not even reproduction, just pleasure, physical pleasure, becomes the purpose of a human being. And we've been talking a lot about purpose. There's an article I wanted to talk about today, but I can't get to it. We've been talking a lot about this lost idea that people have purpose. And I'll try and get to this article tomorrow, because it says the universe has no purpose, and that is basically what they've been selling us. And both of these things, feminism and hypersex, come from the same well. I will say this, though, that the transgenderism is all materialism makes no sense, and so materialism always ends up in people saying things that don't make sense. But transgenderism is ridiculous, because first they say to you, you're just a body. Then they say, well, men and women are exactly the same. It's just a difference in body. They can do all the same things. They haven't. And then they say, well, I'm a man. I'm a woman inside a man's body. And you think, well, how would you know? If men and women are exactly the same, how would you know if you're a woman inside a man's body? It'd just be exactly the same. So are you just wearing a dress on the inside? I mean, what does that mean? So it makes no sense, the materialism, but it leads to both of these things.